country, and people are expected to go and vote. Mayors, and then city division chairpersons, and councillors. Those are division mayors. But division, but city and municipality.
Kati lero tulonda meya we Machindi, meya we Kawempe,
exactly. Those are the ones that we are voting for. Neighbor councillor, neighbor division chairpersons and councillors. Yeah, that's the voting. But generally, of course, we have seen this low voter turnout. One of the reasons that you could attribute to it is because first, it's not a public holiday. People have to go and work. And then secondly, by the way, Tonye Kumacha. But it's a bit sunny now, right?
Yeah.
So in some of the polling stations, like here within Kampala, let's start with Kansanga. There's one of the polling stations in Kansanga, Mutesa polling station, Kansanga. The voting started about 9:30, a bit late, and there were only a few voters present. They have like 2 polling stations in that particular area, but the biometric machines were working very well because they're using the biometric machines at a polling station. Only that there were some delays in clarifying names with the register, and then also at first we had to wait for the number to raise 10 because you need 10 voter witnesses for an election to start, a voting process to start. So and then of course in other places like in Nansana and some other places, the same situation was playing out where they had to wait a little bit for voters to come so that they witness the unsealing of the boxes. And then in some biometric machines are working, but I think in that polling station in Nansana, the Nabweru playground polling station, there is a problem with the biometrics, the delay in the biometrics. Someone stays there for like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, trying to verify their names. But people are turning up. It's quite peaceful, though the turn up is low.
Katulinde kati obululu abantu banagamba nti total votes because I don't think it can be less than 100, but you never know, it can also happen, but it can't. I don't think
more
so.
Than 100 it can't be, because during the mayor elections, these ones that just concluded, you would see some polling stations have like 75 voters turning up, some 100. They were not going as far as 500, 400, no.
So today's total votes are going to be 50.
There will be few. Now, so today is a day that the Electoral Commission has...
But please go and vote if you can.
Yeah, people should go and vote. Don't shun these things, because these are the people that are closest and serve you with more interest, more keen interest. Kubanga, if you have Omwara that is, filled up and all, it's not working well, you run there. Exactly. You have to run there to them. So... you will not go to your MP to talk about a simple drainage channel in a neighborhood somewhere. Anyway, so also today, there's a day the Electoral Commission has set aside for recounts for some particular areas, and also revoting in some areas like Kibanda North constituency. Remember, on polling day for members of parliament, that particular position was cancelled because one of the candidates, I think, did not appear on the ballot paper. Ibanda municipality, there's also a jury Alebtong, where the UPC candidate is taking on with Hamson Obua, the government chief whip. They ordered a
recount.
Yes, and re-election there. And then we also had Kalungu West. Remember, Nevabisaza moved the recount process. We are still waiting to see what the outcome of that is. But there's also Kalungu East, Yusuf Kiruluta. He's of the NUP. He's also being challenged. Actually, he's appearing today before the Masaka Chief Magistrate's Court, where Vincent Sempija, former defense minister, has taken him, alleging that there were gross irregularities, and he wants a recount. There in Kalungu East, not Kalungu West.
Kalungu West, je twali tulina ku recounting the votes court negamba there shouldn't be any recount because waliwo ballot boxes ezali zikoze so kati eno Sempija agamba
wa NUP there were irregularities kati naye ayagala vote recount. Then also in Toro district, the Toro district woman MP Sarah Opendi was beaten by a lady called Akoth Angela, but she ran to court because the margin was 35 votes, so she ran back to court and she asked for a recount, and that's going to be happening today.
Back it is that recount
to recount for
all the ballot boxes still sealed, or
but of course it's the Toro Magistrates Court now that he's going to take charge of the recount process. In Aru County, there was also that old MP who has been there for quite a while. He's been there, Odong Oto. Remember him? The man who, Odong Oto, was also, went to Aru County. He went to court seeking a vote recount, but his was cancelled. His was cancelled.
Abantu bagala baddemu babala obululu bwabwe kubanga bo balowooza bakoze eki bababbi. And omanyi abo bonna bagala recount.
Yes.
Bonna abasinga bagala abantu baddemu kubala obululu bwabwe bali yo mu parliament.
Yes.
So they can't accept nti baba
some
kuba
of them are not considered.
Yes. Nti kati bo balowooza bawangula kati balina okuddamu babala akalulu.
Lucky for them, some of them are operating within the law.
Yes.
If you have less than 50 votes margin between you and your contender, you're allowed then to go and do that vote.
Katulinde tulabe ebinaava mu kuddamu okubala obululu.
Yeah.
Tulabe ebinaavaayo.
So, voting aside, today the Chris Baryomunsi, who is the Minister for ICT, is today speaking to journalists there at Uganda Media Center, and he's clarifying on post-elections and also the issue of Kizza Besigye. Remember, Kizza Besigye has been a center of attention the past few days, with his wife coming out and alleging that his condition is deteriorating, and even his party coming out, PFF, saying that his condition is deteriorating. There's no access to his personal physicians who can check on him, and the prisons is deliberately keeping him inside custody. Remember the last time he was supposed to appear in court?
Yes.
It was, I think, last week when he was supposed to appear, but prison sent a message through the court registrar that he cannot appear. He's indisposed. That's what we heard from Arias Lukwago, who's his lawyer, and they said he's indisposed, he can't appear, and the case was postponed to Feb. I think it's 3rd of Feb when he's supposed to appear again, and Lukwago was really concerned about his health, saying that we expected the judge to rule or give a ruling on his health, and order court to have him go to a proper health facility to get medication. Now today Chris Baryomunsi is dismissing the claims that Besigye is unwell and the allegations by the wife. Yes, he's clarifying, according to his account, that Besigye is doing fine in prison. He suffered, a minor illness that was dealt with, and he says that he has always had access to his personal physicians, his doctors, who some of whom are even his siblings. Yeah, and then he goes on to say that even in prison, Besigye put 3 family members as a next of kin, because you're required to put those people. But amongst those 3, his wife is not among them. His wife is not a next of kin. So when there is a situation, an emergency, Byanyima is not the one that prisons will call. Kubanga tali list 3 family members. You hear him speak about it.
He's living his usual life within Luzira prison. Contrary to what had been said, especially by his wife, that he's seriously sick, he is not able to access his personal doctors. That's not true. I have spoken to prison authorities. I have also personally spoken to his personal doctors, who include his own biological siblings. While we sympathize with Dr. Besigye because he's still in prison, what we pray for that he should get a speedy trial. When he was taken to Luzira, he provided a list of the next of kin, those who are contacted in case he wants to get in touch members of his family. The 3 names he provided do not include his wife.
Remember when Byanyima was speaking about Besigye's condition, she said she was not contacted. She just came and found him in hospital. Now she was wondering why the prisons did not
contact her.
Because she said, I am the wife, I am the one who is supposed to be contacted when he's not well, but I was not even told that he was denied access to
the physician.
Yes, and yet she has always been checking on him in prison, so I don't know.
Maybe Auntie Kati, that answers, Chris Baryomunsi answers her question of why she was not contacted, because if he says nti Winnie is not on the list eyaba next of kin, Besigye be yawandika nga agenda Luzira, then there is no need of the prison to contact Winnie. Wabula bano ba family members be balina okumukubira ne bamugamba nti waaye sweetheart wo alichi.
Oh Lord.
And ochitegede because I'm also wondering why did Besigye put Winnie on the list of next of kin? Maybe he doesn't want to see Besigye nga tayaga kulaba Winnie.
Oh, probably if it is true as he's saying that the prison authority, their official list does not have her. Maybe she's also a busy woman who is in and out of the country. Yes, she's busy. Yeah. She's a
I know.
Yes, so she's quite busy. So maybe she may not have the time to or she might be away, not very present at the time that he needs her. Not immediately available when he needs her. So he needs people who would be around him. I don't think we should blow it out of proportion because we have to because she's probably a busy woman who has to work all the time, maybe sometimes fly out of the country and come back, and then there are times when there may be emergencies that he might need to have people that are closer to him to come.
At least bandikiteesezaako.
Okimanyi oba bakiteesezaako.
Anti kati no bandikiteesezaako ne bagamba onteekaako batonteekako. But the fact that she said they did not contact her, that means naye yali takimanyi nti ku list takoze eki taliko. Omanyi waliwo ebintu ebituukawo n'ogamba you're very sure Pamela is my friend, she will put me as her next of kin. And out of the blue, Pamela afunye ekizibu, they're calling another person and you're like, why didn't they inform me?
What happened?
Kumbe pamte ya kuteekako ku list. So, tebakiteesaako. But anyway, Besigye has his reasons as to why he didn't put, like the ones you gave. She's always busy.
Maybe. Maybe she can't be readily available when he needs her. Well, Chris Baryomunsi also very quickly was talking about elections, and he continues to speak about the government maintaining security. He was trying to explain that there were the arrests that have been made and these people are going through the proper channels. These arrests involve two categories of people. One are those people who threatened violence or acted with violence after they were shocked by their candidates not winning. And then there's also another group of people that was deliberately ordering people or inciting the public to go and do forms of violence. He also mentions that some political actors are engaged in inciting the public. Case in point is Mukono municipality, as he speaks.
These were largely spontaneous reactions and driven by a shock. There was a second category that involved the criminal gangs who were mobilized by their leaders, turned this election period as a launching time to cause civil unrest. Statements like Mubaisemu Egali. Egali was a call to destroy or cause harm to those that did not belong to different ideology, to those who belonged to different ideology other than that of NUP. That terminology was largely used by members of NUP. There is video evidence which is available of leaders in the various areas, including in Mukono municipality, where leaders were rallying their party supporters and teaching them tricks on how to overwhelm security forces in the event their victory is not realized.
It's the teaching them tricks for me.
Teaching them tricks on how to overwhelm
the police. Kasagambia, there is video evidence, so they know the people who were doing that, and
they'll be dealt with according to the law. So that's what he's currently saying at the Uganda Media Center.
Okay.
Hello guys.
The mid-morning to Kone with Flora Shaw, 100.2 Galaxy FM. Zina. Tukwaniriza ku Monta Royal College Bombo.